So you know the days that you're still like high spirits and nothing's going your way. That's today. I've continued my look over, I guess you'd say, my inspection on the vehicle. I actually got another. What in the world? Well, my tripod is seeing its last days, I believe. But so, funny thing is about a Jeep is these are 16s always. Not this one. No big deal if somebody's changed it. But generally, those are 16s. Oh wait, wrong way. That's what, right there. I was looking at the oil. This thing smokes a little bit. Engine's got 220 on it. I'm looking at the oil, and honestly, that's the problem, is there's not really that much. It's supposed to be 6 quarts. I would say that there's 4. Barely showed on the dipstick. 4.5 maybe. That is what it is. Kid, it's a high school kid. I kind of, no, it's almost to be expected. Transmissions appear identical. The internet, it is what it is. It has a way of scaring you. Oh, great. Scaring you in and out of stuff. So, what I'm doing is, I'm going for it, I think. There has definitely been some finagling on this thing. I mean, you can tell where somebody swapped in the 242 transfer case. So this thing's, it's got a good transfer case in it. It's got a good front drive shaft on it. Solid front drive shaft. It does have a low pinion Dana 30 in the front, which is... I've been beating on Dana 30s for a long time. Anything less than a 33-inch tire, just don't be stupid and you're going to be fine. You add a limited slip up front, you're okay still. I think maybe 33-inch tires in a locker is, in my opinion, is starting to push it. But just don't be stupid. You'll be fine. Let's see. Like I say, the transmissions look identical. The exhaust is not. From there back, it's all new. From the muffler back, it's all new. So that's good. Yeah, just looking over and seeing what we're working with here. hell's going on here. Tell me that didn't happen. Got a little rust back here. Maybe some POR for that. It's not bad. Something those got my attention. Okay, good. So, fuel return line. Looks like it's got split at one time. They've sleeved it with a rubber, but it's the fuel return. There's no pressure on it, so it's okay. This thing is sitting on pretty much on the bump stops. This part's killing me. Alright. So, a couple things I know about this Jeep already. It needs some work. That's for sure. Bump stops are about beat out of it. Rear sway bars is actually intact. We got some. And that's part of it. While I'm under here, I'm just gonna kind of, be looking the thing over and see what I can come up with. What I like to do on these, actually what I like to do is put the air straight to them and hope that wow, that one wasn't even tight. What I like to do is put the air on them, but that's not a good idea. Is this, are you kidding me? Okay, so the top ones were finger tight. Amazing. Amazing. Wow, I can't get over that. We're gonna put some air on them. Honestly, the air ratchet would be better than the air gun, but truth is these are small bolts and you don't want them to break. Simple as that. So once you get the drive shaft loose from the end, now you might, there might be a little monkeying around popping the U-joint out of this just slides right out of there. So real simple. So this just slides right out of there. No big deal. Comes off real easy. Okay, so there's a couple of basic starting points you want to, you got to get the drive shafts off. There's 4 bolts, 1, 2. You might have a different yoke on the thing, so I think there's 6 on those. Anyway, disconnect the drive shaft here, and disconnect the drive shaft here. Here's your bolts. And then get that out of the way. The rear drive shaft's already off. And then you want to come back to these bolts here. You're going to support the transmission take these bolts. It'll just give you access to everything underneath. Another thing you want to consider is your oxygen sensor, because the exhaust has to come down. The crank sensor, which is up top, we'll worry about that when we drop the thing down a little bit. Your linkage, and unplug all of your sensors. You've got a multitude of sensors here. Just follow your wiring. I don't know if you guys can see this, but just follow your wiring and it should help you find your sensors. You got one here, one on the underside of the back side of the transfer case, one on the underside of the overdrive, and a couple up top here. One here and one here. So one here and one here. Just take note of everything. One thing I do want to say is you're gonna have this is different. This looks really different. You're gonna have problems with the transmission lines. No way, shape, or form around it. You're gonna have problems with them. You can just burn them out. Plastic insert's your issue. This one does not have a plastic insert, I don't think. This one has a clip, a metal clip. I guess that's good. Who knows how well anyone can see? Any of that, but we gotta start getting some stuff apart here. I think I'm going to be able to get in there. That is bigger, and that's also startable. Starter's got to come on. Yeah, I hate these ratchets. This one's nice though, because it's got a lock, but it doesn't really work. Really hate it. So here we go. Let's get this one out. I think that sucker's drilling to the moon. Alright, there's one bolt. And those two, let's see, right here. And that's, yeah, that's awesome. short bolt through the back, long bolt through the front. I think I'm actually just gonna, against better judgment, let it hang. Okay, so I need this one. Can't get in there with the air ratchet. This way, use this one. Really need a freaking. Oh, okay. Damn it, the hell. I really don't want to dance around under here. Oh, I'm working on the ground. So this is actually, all this is, this one here is a shield. Both of them actually, but one acts as a spacer for the starter. But this one is just a shield, which is a good idea to keep, especially for four-wheel drive. But not entirely needed, actually. Not entirely needed. Shield. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm setting all this stuff aside, and I'm actually setting the bolts. I don't know if you guys can see this, but I'm actually setting the bolts inside where they go. And the main thing is it helps simplify things going back. I can't tell you how many jobs that I've done that bolts were in the wrong place. So, you know, just make your life easy. Right there, that's all you gotta do. Okay, so the lines I need, this guy right here. And okay, so I got the transmission lines loose all the way back. Yeah. I'm really starting to get frustrated here because honestly, I got a feeling this is all in vain. I really do. I have a feeling that this is all in vain. But we're going to continue. So, where are we now? We're trying to get linkage out of the way. And we're going to drop the cross member. And then we'll go from there. Get the bolts. Get the bolts on the torque converter. And then drop the transmission down. Yeah, we got some work. So I realized something here that's interesting to me. Someone who swapped in this 242 transfer case put the linkage on upside down. It's amazing that they got it to work. I don't know. Whoever did this mechanic work for this guy sucked real bad. What we got now is we're going to take our transmission jack. I don't know if you guys can see this. This thing's been pretty handy. I think I paid maybe $100 or so for it at the Harbor Freight. And it's been worth its weight in gold, honestly. So that's where we're at. We're I like, you're not supposed to, but I like use it. Okay, so transmission is supported. We've got air compressor working. No air compressor works good, right? What do we got here? Try to pull it down. There you go. Awful dusty. One day I'm going to get rid of this cord, this air hose. Rid of it for good. Next, what we have here is this transmission mount's got to come out of here. We'll get this bolt out first. You know what? The whole plate, maybe? Yeah, the transmission mount's toast anyway. We're gonna put a new one of those in, so transmission mount here and here. Okay guys, this is where it starts getting complicated. You got linkage, you got sensors, everything starts getting real tight in here. I'm trying to snake out as little as possible, so I'm just taking all the bracketry off. You got your, tension springs, that type of stuff. Just definitely, without a doubt, take note of where everything is. That's I can't stress that enough. Take note. Take your time. And take note of where everything is. Don't take something off thinking that you're never going to use it again, because you never know what's going to happen. That's my advice. So I'm still working through this. It's just time consuming. Nothing's really hard, but definitely not much fun. So what I'm going to do, we're going to get the linkage out of the way, kick this thing over a little bit, and lower it down. Start disconnecting, buddy. I'm excited. Oh, Lord. Cracked. Didn't like the sound of something cracking, you guys. The linkages are quite a bind here. And this is, there's no, maybe just for somebody that does it every day, but for me, there's no real science to it. I'm not a pro by any means. I don't claim to be a pro. I just do this stuff because I have to. That's the only reason. Now, what I had hoped, which I don't understand why it's not acting nicer, what I had hoped was to, oh, something else popped. It's popping. I had hoped to push this over about a ½ inch. Feet are taking those off. Okay, so this has got to slide over. The linkage come out in place. It has to. Here. I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around what's going on there because something's not right. Move it. Oh. Well, we got it's coming down. So once you get this far, here's what you got. Oh, there we go. 2 bolts on the top of the bell housing. Total you got 1, 2, 3. A couple of those don't do anything. You got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it's only 4. This is coming out. As far as the markings go, everything looks good. The overdrive unit says 94, just like the other one. Ow. Alright. Let me have a look with my... Okay. I hate working like this. I swear I hate it. This job right here is probably enough to keep me from working on cars for another 2 years. I can do this shit, but I don't like it. I just don't like doing it. So, I think. Alright, I'm better now. I think. I could be wrong. I probably am. I'm losing my cool, I know that. But I think. Actually, I think I need to get those too. If I remember, those stay, that plate stays on the engine. I don't like working on the ground at all. Not even a little. Shit. This is it though. There's the transmission. Oh, okay. Okay, folks. Here it is. You're supposed to be with your friend. Okay. So here we are. Leaves us. But I do know it looks like a bomb went off. It really does. I wish there was a place I could put you real safely. Like there, maybe. Yeah, it looks like a bomb went off. But that's a lot of tools to get out to get that damn job done. Well, it's not done. Don't think that. It is not done. Far from done. Finished. Good thing is, this has 93, 94 on it. This one just has 94 on it, but it looks the same. The output shaft is the same. So I only pray that so here's what we'll do about that. This is the old flex plate right here. Now, generally the thing goes on this way. I'll put it on that way just because, but my main goal is to see what happens here. So yeah, that matches up. Okay. That's good. That's really good. Let me drag this dude out. I need those transmission lines, so I'm trying to be real careful with those. They're fairly... I just don't want to bend them out of place because nothing will hook up the way that it's supposed to. They wrap around the I mean, it just, you know, I just don't want to mess with them. Here we go.